Hello, my fifth grade friends. We are on lesson set number 12. And to kick us off, we have a quote from Norton Juster. And it just so happens that something in this quote kind of helps us kick off our lesson set. So see if you can figure it out. Here it goes. And in the very room in which he sat, there were books that could take you anywhere and things to invent and make and build and break and all the puzzle and excitement of everything he did not know. If you haven't gotten to the end of that book yet, this is toward the end of the book talking about Milo. And think about that as we come to our mentor sentence that is going to help us think about and hold our conversations with our new skill. So here it goes. This year, we have read Thunder Rolling in the Mountains and The Phantom Toll Booth, along with several pieces of art and historical articles, one of which was titled The Nez Perce People. So let's pause for a minute. I'll give you a chance to think about the quote I read at the beginning, think about our mentor sentence, and do some noticing and some jotting. All right, so we're going to go over this pretty briefly. Remember, you should have had an awesome conversation with either a small group or your class. We're just going to hit on those high points, right? So I'm going to go kind of quickly. So here, you know that we always kind of look to see where's the beginning of the sentence, where's the period, is there more than one? So here we've got capital letter at the top, period at the bottom, and we've got a couple of commas. So we definitely know how to read this. It's telling us it's a statement. Here we have the subject, we, and the verb have read. So let's see what's going on in the sentence. This year we have read Thunder Rolling in the Mountains and The Phantom Toll Booth. I'm noticing that both of these have underlines, which is something that we typically haven't seen very much of in our passages. So these are both the titles of novels. So I'm going to note that. And then along with several pieces of art and historical articles, comma, one of which was titled comma. So here is that setting off by commas, like giving us extra information. And then we also have some quotations, which is another unusual thing that we haven't typically seen in our passages. And this time, this is not a novel. It says that it's an article. So here is an article. And then period at the end. So their sentence is really all about we, like a class, having read, and it lists some of the things that were read. And so what really draws me is that underlining and the quotations. And what I'm kind of seeing is that for longer pieces, I get that underlining, or a lot of times if we're typing, it'll be italics. We just can't really write slanted like that. And so we underline it when we're physically writing. And then if it's shorter pieces like songs or articles or poems, those are typically in quotations. So if you think back to at the beginning, I did that quote from Norton Juster, and it was from The Phantom Toll Booth. And so that was underlined because we had to use kind of that fancy italics. And so it was hard to see that underline. And so why do we do it? Well, we do it because it shows importance, right? Because of a proper noun, so that's the capitalization of it. And why do we underline or put in quotations? It kind of sets it apart, right? It shows that it's a movie title, book title, a poem, a song. It's kind of showing that is what we're talking about. So that is how we're kicking off this week, and I will see you in our next episode where we're going to do some compare and contrast.